Alright guys, welcome to the HB official live stream. I'm here with Paul. How are you, sir?
Not too bad. How are you doing?
Good. Of course, I am Keith, the community manager here at HB Studios. Today's round we're going to be playing at the Pawnee Reserve Golf and Country Club. This is an excellent course. Hopefully you guys have, if you haven't played it, you definitely got to get out there and play it for sure. It is quite good. So we're going to do turn-based for the front nine, I think, and then we'll switch it. You can just watch me hack up the back nine. As we go along, I'm going to fire away some questions for Paul that you guys posted in the forums. I got them all lined up here. But first, Paul, why don't you tell us what your role there is at HB?
Yeah, I'm a software engineer here. I've been mostly in charge of dealing with the course creator. Adding new features to that and supporting the UI and whatnot, and then just sort of helping out wherever I can with some other things, or just contributing some golf knowledge to the team. So
cool. All right, so you can fire away when ready. Here, I'm gonna.
Okay, I'll just make sure I got the right controls set up. Yeah, first one's. Looks pretty straight.
Excellent. Do you play with the left thumbstick or the right thumbstick?
The right thumbstick for me. Just
the right
old. Right? Then we got right. Just the old holdovers from playing NHL and Tiger Woods and stuff like that. So.
Mm-hmm. I got the lefty on the tee. Interesting.
Yeah, I figured I'd make him look like me. It's not, he's gonna hit straighter than I do, but.
Alright.
We put her in the same place.
Yeah, looks like we're right next to each other. This will be easy to tell who's who here. As you're on the other side of the ball there. What's up, guys in chat? I see we got a few join us so far. Certainly, if you have any questions in chat, fire away, and we'll try and answer those as well. I'll kind of add them, mix them in with the forum questions. So the first forum question here, Royce had asked about adding maybe a measurement tool to the GNCD.
Yeah, that's on my. I was just actually organizing the to-do list that I have. That's right up there near the top. It's. I think the biggest issue or hurdle with that is just sort of figuring out the UI system that we wanted to have, where how are we going to show the distances? How would you manipulate move the posts, or point A to point B around in this? I think I kind of had an idea of just a bunch of stakes, if you will, that you could nice approach.
Thank you.
Bunch of stakes that you just put in the ground, and then as you highlight one, you get the distances to. It'll show you the distance to all the other stakes or all the ones nearby it or something like that. So.
Okay, cool. Sort of touching along that.
Roll that long.
Oh. Sort of a similar type question, I guess. Pub Night had asked, what about like a grid overlay over the plot map that would sort of act like graph paper?
Oh, putting's let me down here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we talked about taking the green grid and putting that around you in the course. To go with something larger could be feasible. With the green grid, though, they're fairly expensive to draw and have turned on all the time. Mm-hmm. So to put an actual grid in there is kind of something that I would be a little hesitant to do. It's certainly not completely, it's not something that I would dismiss, right away. But I think just sort of having a few points that you could lay out just to get the distance between them might be a good first step at this that we can dig in.
Sure.
We're when you're talking about something to cover the entire grid, you're looking at either like a large texture or a lot of processing power just to sort of render something on the fly. So.
Gotcha. Cool. see. TBS in the chat had just picked up TGC a couple weeks ago. Amazed by the game and the interaction you developers offer. Thank you.
Good to hear. Glad to see people are still grabbing the game, and
yeah,
it's been a lot of fun for the last year or so doing this. So
yeah, I've certainly had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what else I got for you here. Let you fire away there.
Yep, it should be
Looks right down the middle.
right down the middle, hitting her straight.
Very nice. Very nice. This is a little tempting here. It'll tempt you to go for the green.
Yeah, had a practice round earlier, and the wind doesn't really.
It's not as cooperative right now.
That being said, I didn't play well in the practice rounds either, so I should have tried it.
Taking the safe route up there. That's
Yeah.
nicely done. Nothing wrong with fairway. Doily asked, any update to the course firmness, fairways and greens having separate firmness, and also the ability to fine-tune it instead of just a few settings. So sort of a follow-up, I guess I could say, was I've also seen people asking about a stimp meter instead of just having firm or slow, fast, medium.
Those are all actually Adam's neck of the woods with the physics side.
Gotcha.
I mean, I do the hookups into the course creator themselves. I've got most of that stuff ready to go. We just need to actually switch the ball physics to change where it's grabbing the firmness, depending on whether fairway or green or whatnot. So I actually have a note to sort of bug him at some point this week to see what we can do to get that in there, because on my side of things it's fairly straightforward to put all that in there, but it's the real trick with that is just the effect on the physics and making sure that it doesn't break anything. The stip meter, sort of the same thing. He's like the green speed values. Oh, my ball's rolling away from home.
Look at this thing going.
That's
gonna make an interesting putt coming up.
Yeah. Yeah, so for the green speed, I believe those values actually do relate to stimp meter settings.
I see.
I'd have to, again, ask Adam about that. He was out sick on Monday when I saw that come up, and it threw off my week. Trying to remember to bring it up with him yesterday or today, so.
Oh, boy.
But, yeah, I'll get those, I'd like to get something in there for separate the firmness out, for sure. And, I mean, at least we should have a forum post somewhere that explains what the stimp meter settings are on the greens. So.
Well, that's what I was wondering. I said, not everybody might know what what the stimp meter is, and it was kind of funny because there was some chatter in the forum, and somebody posted, I had to just go look up what a stimp meter was.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe something in, have fast and then have 12 in parentheses or something, to indicate so you could do both, have the wording and have a stimp meter number.
That's probably going to be one of the things I want to do is kind of expand the slider that comes up when you're in the course creator. It's just that small little box up in the corner, and I think we can get some more information if we make that larger. And when there's only showing the one slider, there's no reason why we can't just make something 3 or 4 times the size of what's there, and then convey some more information like that. So, this should be a fun putt.
Yeah. I don't envy that one.
Just gotta get our legger close.
Yeah. Not one you expect to make, but...
No. Steal a read from you.
Yeah, not too bad. You got it there. Night Owl 99 says, "Hi Paul, will users anytime soon be able to choose from different color variations for some of the textures?"
Yeah, I'm working on something along those lines right now along the course. So we can offer you, like, similar to how we have the cart paths, if anybody's seen the collector's edition with those. We have, I think, 12 or 13 different textures in there for the cart paths. So I want to do something similar. And oh, good controller. So basically, just so we swap out some textures around the course, sand, fairways and greens, stuff like that. And then on top of that, we'd be looking at sort of a longer term goal is some of the more accents on the props that you see. I'd like to get some controls in there. Like most of the clubhouses sort of have the same green texture around them, but either we're not sure yet whether we'd open up a full color palette or just set that to here's 6 or 8 different colors to choose from. But I think the sort of one of the big pushes we have coming is just how can we make the courses unique, so how your course on whatever theme can stand out from my course on the same theme.
Right.
They're other than what buildings or something like that we choose to put around, they all tend to look alike sometimes. So it's
touching on the textures for cart paths, do you see the chance to have I've seen the question about separating them, so I know people have been using it for patios and things.
Yep. We have sorry, I'm just looking at my shot here, but
oh yeah, go ahead, sorry.
The next thing I'm doing is actually sort of some alternate surfaces that we have room for with the cart paths that have gone in. Ooh, chip that like I do in real life.
Uh-oh. Now I get to read off of you.
Yeah. I'll just aim wide left. Basically, so I've plans for some alternate surfaces to go in. We have, I think, a couple extra slots, so they'll sort of be user defined. We're going to share the cart paths and then some of the other stuff people are asking for, like mulch or pine straw.
Yeah, cool.
We want to throw that out there, so it's sort of, again, this will let you customize your course. What 2 surfaces you choose to use will be different than mine, so there's a lot for everybody. So with that, you'll be able to have your cart paths with one like the dirt texture that's there, and then if you want to have a road or something like that's using the asphalt cart path, you'll be able to pull that off, just use an alternate surface and lay those out.
Cool.
I'm not sure if we'll be able to get those to lay out. I want to get them to lay out the same way the cart paths are now. That's just gonna be a touch more work.
Yeah.
But I've got some time for that, and that's the big push I'm working on right now, actually. So
cool.
I need to start making some strokes.
B-Man Canada in the chat says, any news on the console update?
I have no idea. That's I just fix a bug if they tell me about it.
Yeah.
I'm as surprised as the rest of you when it gets released. So
yeah, the last I heard is that they're in certification with the console. So
yeah.
It's out of our hands, sort of. It's whenever they.
Yeah, I think it's any day now.
Exactly. What's up, 41 Nutter? He says, evening from the UK. Thanks for joining us. Alright, I am safely in the fairway there, so I'll turn to the forum questions here. Driver T asked about any new items planned, such as new houses or flags or brushes, etc.
We just put in for I don't know how to say it, like not the update that's coming, obviously, but the one after that will have a bunch of new flag options for you. So
cool.
Right now, there's nothing crazy fancy. We're just mixing around the colors, sort of the same way we did the tee boxes a while ago. So you can, we won't. Not everyone's going to have those red flags anymore. I don't know. I just gave Jim a bunch of tools to make as many as he wants. So hopefully he gets enough in there for everybody. But other objects, buildings and whatnot, it's hard to say.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hold my breath on buildings. They're pretty they hog a lot of the resources when they're in the game, so we're kind of slow down. Yeah, they take up a good chunk of resources when they're running, so we don't really want to go throw a bunch of those in there without sort of making sure that they're going to be safe and stable and not cause a bunch of issues over all the platforms. So, but I think he's got some more plants and little things like that we're going to put in. So,
cool.
Eventually, we'll keep finding new things. Hopefully, so.
Sure. What's up, Fusion Colin Mafia? How's it going, guys? Oh, get up. Oh, I know you're looking good to pick up a shot here, unless I can pull off some magic here. JT80 just picked up the feed. I heard you talk about Pine Straw. When is this likely to be added to the GNCD? Sorry if you covered it.
Not the update that's in review now, but it'll be the update after that, assuming everything works out. So
that was terrible.
Ooh.
All right, cool. Mitch Blue says, "Good morning, Mitch Blue. Where are you located?" Morning time. Interesting. All right. Oh boy. 14-footer up 2, huh? Get in there. Oh, big save. Ooh. Big save.
Nice pot.
Thank you.
Nice pot.
Oswinner86, what's the difference in green speed stimp meter wise? Does anybody know? Slow is 8, fast is equal to 12. Yeah, I think pretty much. I think once you get above 10, you start getting into the faster speeds. I don't know what the PGA guys, those are like 13 or 14 or something. Or maybe Augusta's up in that range.
Yeah, in the game, I believe we're in the 8 to 12 range, but like I said, I'd have to check with Adam and find out for sure. I don't want to confirm that it's 8 to 12 and then have him come and tell me that it's 6 and 17 or something like that. But.
Mitch Bliss says he's on the West Coast. Oh, late morning. It's afternoon. Let's see. 41 Nutters. It would be nice if you could design your own flags and signs.
Yep, it would be great. I think the issue with that is mostly just trying to transmit that data across various consoles and platforms. Across different platforms, and just as soon as you start adding more textures into what you have to download to play a course, that speeds up all that time. So. That's kind of the hold off on that. Long term, though, we do hope to be able to include all of that for people as well.
Nice.
But yeah, that might be a while yet. I think there's some talk of maybe just putting in some sort of generic crest looking that maybe you can put onto a flag and. But that's all basically in Jim's hands now. I gave him the tools that he can just make as many different flag types as he'd like, and hopefully we'll get those out there, and then duplicate any sort of logos across other signage.
Yeah, cool. What did I see? TBS09. Any plans on varying the colors of the water? So murky, clear, blue, or is that more of a theme specific type thing?
That's a theme thing. There's no plans for it, but it's definitely something that we can consider. I don't have, I don't see why we can't tweak some values around. I think it's just sort of not super high priority right now, unfortunately. So.
Gotcha. Oh, I'm gonna miss it. Not a bad putt.
Nope. Got yourself close. Good tapping for par.
Exactly. Let's see. What's up, Han? Welcome. JT80 asked, any plans for a spring-related theme, like cherry blossoms and things like that?
I don't think there's nothing specific for that right now. I think with the Delta and the tropical theme getting released for everybody, that's the big one for the spring. Our next release probably won't be coming until the summer, so it would be a little late to the party if we did that. So.
True.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Let's see. What do I have here from the forum question, Han had asked. I think actually there was a few questions from previous streams, and I thought they'd be better suited that maybe you could answer. So he had asked about, is it possible for there to be a delete all items for custom objects, or especially the rocks? Cause,
yeah, I've got a list to sort of go through and sort of address some objects. So to put a slider in to control the amount of rocks that automatically generate on the course. I'd like to see if we can tone that, put something in for that, just so you can do the same thing you would with the trees that automatically generate.
Oh, cool.
And then I want to put in a bunch more delete options in there. Most would probably work the same way with a brush, but just whatever happened to fall within that brush bounds would just get nuked out of the way or something like that. So. Just watch my shot here. Yeah, those are a lot of little things that we figure are going to be just a couple days to implement and test to make sure that they're working solid. So I'm hoping the next big update we do can deliver all these small things that just sort of are big wins that people have been asking for a while, or help make all the course creators' jobs easier. So
yeah, I know the rocks. Some people go crazy with trying to delete all the little rocks and things here that pop up when you lower that land down. So that'd be a good one.
Yeah, and I think that's just a nature of people using the tools in ways we didn't really expect it, and we weren't foreseeing people lowering the ground as much as they actually have been doing for their courses. So when we had the low ground and fill it full of rocks and sand, so it just looks like waste area, that would be, that's why the rocks went in there. But now people are using that in their course design and just causing them all kinds of headaches. So we try to accommodate them with that. So.
Nice. Let's see. Han said he was busy real life golfing. Did he miss anything? Yeah, we've been partying. We've been having a great time.
There we go.
Nice.
Made up a stroke there.
Yes, quite good. Alright, get my tap in there. Someone asked about grandstands for competitions would be nice. That was 41 Nutter had asked about that.
Yeah, I think they're something we've been discussing for some sort of tournament effects. I don't know when that would happen, but they're on the radar. I don't know if they're close by. If they might even just prove to be a problem, like the clubhouses, where they're so large that the colliders involved and whatnot. We would need to make sure that they don't cause any issues on the consoles and slower PCs that are running the game. So.
Fusion asks, so what about implementing dynamic weather? So you turn up to play the course one day and it's sunny, and the next week it's raining. So then you wouldn't have to publish multiple versions of a course.
Yeah, that's the end goal of the weather system, I believe. I didn't get into the design, for what all the schemes are, but from as I understand it, sort of what's launching now is just let's get the weather out there and make sure that it works and address any issues that come up with it, and then we can look at how to incorporate that, and the way the wind is sort of dynamic through the server and shared, will transition between rainy, different period, heavy rain, light rain, or just cloudy days versus nice sunny days. So, and then with hopefully we can send that around to everybody, designing tours and tournaments, so that let's have the round 3 be a nice rainy day to influence everybody. So.
And would you see with the rain have an effect on the course, or would it change, not just cosmetic, but would it have physical effects?
Yeah, if we were to do it that way, I think you would have to, just because now the fact that it's just a cosmetic change. If you're going to design a course and make it rainy, then you can adjust you should adjust the firmness and the speeds yourself to. My balls do not want to stay on the green today.
No, you keep catching the slopes.
Yeah, I should have played this course more. Yeah, so like if you were to design a course in the rain, we sort of take the green speeds and firmness as if okay, so it's what you set it to. So if it's raining, you should turn your speed slow, or your non in real life, if you will, the course would play faster if you had a fast green in the rain or something like that. But if we were to make it dynamic, where this course we're playing on now could just start raining on us, then we'd have to work out a way to adjust all those values while we were playing. So I think that's probably one of the largest challenges with that happening, but it's certainly not something. It's certainly not out of the realm of possibility. Someone asked about having a green grid that covers the entire green.
Yes.
Okay. Someday.
Yeah, I've seen that question come up a few times.
Yeah, I could use it now.
Yeah. Fusion had asked about also having the sun moving across the sky, and as you play the course, the sun would move.
Ooh, I did not put nearly enough on that.
Oh yeah, that was a tough one.
Yeah. Oh well.
What do you follow up? He says, so if not moving across the sky, randomly assigning the sun location at the start of play. So maybe in the designer you could set it where you want it to move, and the sun would follow that path as you played the course.
Yeah, I think that's sort of. I mean, the sun controls we have now are sort of mimic that, if depending on all the values set up, like the time of day slider, right? Would be where it is with your other two, the orientation and the inclination across your course. So there's sorry, just take this spot. Yeah, so that's something to consider with.
Slow down. Let's see. I don't know.
Yeah, sorry if I started through that question. Yeah, so it's
that's okay.
It's something that is on the grand scheme of things to do. Maybe with the dynamic wind or something like that, we could work out some sort of cycle where we adjust the light through people's courses. At the same time, though, guys spend so much time fiddling with the light that it's tough to just go and say, you spent an hour, say, adjusting the light, and then we're just gonna ignore half of what you did and just make the course look bad or something like that, just because of how your shadows are. Maybe something that is out of your control. So that's kind of the trick with that too, is finding.
Later.
Yeah. So
they're asking me questions. Sorry. Okay.
I'm just gonna putt for the rest of the afternoon. Don't mind me.
Come on, no. Daughter making a cameo on the camera. Sorry. Let's see here. Trying to scan through chat real quick. See a few things popping up there. Han, we did talk about a measuring tool. Yes, that is something we're looking at. Notice with the lighting, early morning would be a good time to have early morning mist or haze. I think, was there a fog had been mentioned at one point or something?
I think so. Somebody else was doing all the weather modes, so I'm not really sure what all the end features are for that, but I would imagine that we're going to have some sort of foggy, hazy day effect in there to go with everything.
I don't know if I'm going to get there. Come on, bounce up. Oh, not too bad. A little left, but yeah, I think we had mentioned that maybe on the last stream, and maybe when Anthony was on, he just mentioned you have to work it out so that it doesn't start hogging, the frame rates and things. Because I imagine if you had massive fog, it would be a little crazy.
Yeah, that's. With all the weather, there's just so much more going on that we wanted to not impact negatively on the gameplay and the appearance too. Right, once things start stuttering, then all the nice courses we have don't really mean anything. So
yeah. There you go. Get a read here as I... Let's see what I got. Oh, down 4. It's a little double breaker here. So, well... Oh, I got it. I thought it was going to whip out. Nice.
Oh.
Okay. Fusion S for out of bounds. I would like to be able to put out of bounds on one fairway, and for that to be inbounds on the next hole. So, i.e., to stop people taking shortcuts through the wrong fairway.
Yeah, that's. I think that's sort of the next phase of all those tools. Especially when it comes to lateral hazards, with the way the out of bounds tool works now. There we go.
Nice.
We can't, you can't really say this entire area is a lateral hazard. It's more of if the ball crosses this plane, you've entered the lateral hazard. So I think there's gonna be some work on that to bring those into effect. So that'll hopefully let us do something similar with the out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Like you're saying, I've seen that a few times where people have taken shortcuts that weren't really intended, I'm sure, by the designer. But you can't really if you put that OB down over the fairway, then it would be OB when you go to play that next hole.
You're just ruining the next guys.
TBS09 was asking how much of a difference we can expect for the Xbox jumping to 900p. I don't know if it's probably not in your area, and I haven't seen it.
Romney's been working on that.
Yeah, I can't answer that one either. So.
Imagine there'll be some, but yeah, sorry, I can't provide more.
Yeah, I haven't seen that jump yet, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Look at this. How much is this wind? Is this going to get me over? Uh-oh. Dropping down to the 4-iron here. Let's see.
Ooh, not a lot of wind.
I know. I'm hoping. Get up. Get up. Oh, I'm going to hit the bridge. Oh. I'm on the retaining wall.
Oh, there you go.
It's dry. Okay, let's see. Might get one from the forums here. Someone asked, Royce had asked, what about water brushes instead of a water table? Do you ever see that? The water being changed?
Yeah, that's on my list of things to start investigating with these alternate surfaces that I'm doing. Oh, there we go. I'm glad I...
Funky lie there, huh?
Yeah.
Let's get out of there.
It should go. We'll look into that sometime tomorrow. To put paint and water down with brushes, that's definitely on the horizon, I think. It's just a matter of finding some time to sort out how that's going to look good. How we make that look good on the course.
Mm-hmm.
All the brushes now just sort of paint on the ground, and there's not even though there's the 3D grass to it, it's not a 3D texture where if you put water down, then we still need some ground underneath it. And senior guy all standing weird, or
he's good now.
Okay. Oh, there he goes. So.
Oh, here we go. Got it.
Nice spot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Got up and down from the wood, so that's good. There were a couple of follow-up questions in terms of, let's see, variable height retaining walls. I think when you had first showed us those, you had mentioned that you were looking at maybe unlocking them from the water, also with bridges, that you wouldn't be locked down to the water level.
Yeah, it's like to sort of move them up around the green, or like a green or something like that, like build up a hill. Still in the back pocket, something I want to look into. The tricky thing is we sort of, just with the various heights, that you can build them on.
Hmm.
We'd have to sort of change to build across the top. Like every prop that goes down sort of affixes itself to the ground and then has its height built in.
I see.
Whereas, just to figure out some way to make that even around, it'd be pretty difficult to do from the designer standpoint.
Hmm.
You'd have to be working from like a flat piece of ground all around, right?
Yeah.
So it's not something I've completely forgotten about, but it's just sort of been backburnered now, so I can get some of these other high demand items in there and features, just so we can sort of once we get this next list of things in there that I have, I think that'll get us to sort of most of everything that people have been looking for,
Hmm.
and then I can start working on some of these more long-term solutions or some of these problems like that require more of a long-term solution.
Hmm.
So yeah, it hasn't been forgotten about, but it's just put that into the rough. Did I? First cut.
Yeah, along those same lines. Someone mentioned different height retaining walls, or also being able to. What about being able to snap them like bridges and retaining walls, snapping them together? Could you see?
That's still on the radar as well. I think the different height retaining walls, I'd have to get on Jim just to see if he can find some time to adjust the heights that are there.
Hmm.
I think that's something he'd be interested in doing. It's just a matter of finding the time to do it. And yeah, getting the snap in place, that's on the list of things that I want to do for the next release. I don't know. That's sort of towards the lower end of that list, unfortunately. So that might get pushed out even further. But it's definitely not something I've given up on. So
Cool. Han had asked, can the furniture be raised off the ground? So that would probably fall into a similar situation, I guess, as bridges and retaining
yeah,
walls.
that's the same thing. Basically we store just sort of two positions. Like if you think of like a 2D overhead map of your course, all the props and stuff, we sort of store that location, then drop it down so it affixes itself to whatever surfaces are around. So there's some work that needs to be done with that though, because you do get some weird cases where a bench will be hanging over an edge or something like that. If you have a slope, it doesn't look right. So
Right.
I'd like to go through and take a pass at cleaning some of that up and making it look a little nicer. So if you do put something on the ground, it's not half hovering in the air and half in the ground.
Right. I guess you're going back, Han. As would the snap be a toggle option? Because I know some people would mention in the forum that they wouldn't want them to necessarily snap.
No, it wouldn't be something we would force everyone to use. It would just be, it's just a little, flip it on and make your life a little easier. Or if you're just laying out a big long straight line, or if you're trying to get something exact, then you'll still be able to do that. So
Nice. Yeah, I've struggled. I know trying to line up a long bridge. It's taken a while to get it to get all those pieces put together nice and lined up perfectly.
yeah, I've done it before too. Just sort of testing things out and making sure everything looks good. And it's just that's found myself raising the land a lot in some of my holes just so I can lay less bridge.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. It was sort of a specific question, but Big T asked, could the deep rough colors of the countryside theme be replicated for the fairways for the links theme? That's sort of a specific question. I guess maybe he had an idea of that specific look for a course he was thinking about.
Maybe, like I said, hopefully we can get some extra fairway textures in there to let people choose from, so you'll find something new. So.
Good bounce.
Night Owl's asking about my drive in the game being consistent. I guess he doesn't play real golf, because I'd love to have a consistent drive like this in real life.
Let's see. Zamo, that's when will there be a lobby? don't really have any info on this time. I know Anthony had mentioned trying to look at more introducing more game modes, but
Yeah,
no real timetable for that though. 158. Hoping this wind will take me back to the flat. Oh, I pulled it. Dang it. I didn't play the slope of the hill there. Stay on. Alright, I'll still have a putt at it. Oh, just trickled off.
Putt from there.
Fusion, have you noticed the scorecard yardage bug? Yes, I did. I submitted that, and we're trying to figure that one out. It's if you look at the scorecard, and you look at the top left there on when you're in game, it shows a different yardage.
Then yeah, I guess I haven't noticed it, but
I don't know if it's coming from a waypoint thing in the designer. I'm not sure. We'll have to.
Oh, sorry. Yes, from your target, and yeah, one of them's taking the length along the waypoints. The other one's sort of figuring out the exact distance. So we need to figure out some way into that to fix that. I think so, or at least to get it a little closer. So.
Mm-hmm. You can make it from off the green. Oh. Right next to
and
it.
Just
Han had asked, did we talk about new textures yet? Yep, definitely working on some new textures. You mentioned
I hit that way too hard.
Oh no, just hammered it through the brake there. But you had mentioned mulch and pine straw and things like that, and also maybe different looks for fairways and things, so people could sort of bring some individual ideas to their.
Yeah, just to mix things up a little bit. And
Come on. Thank you. I got to start locking the doors here. Sorry about that. Alright, so not into this wind, you're not going to get there, so we'll thinking 3 wood here. Let's see if we could drop it in between the bunkers. Okay. Oh, it stayed on there. Okay. And we sort of answered that one. I don't shine shoes anymore. It asked about more flag options, colors, shapes, etc. And you had sort of touched on that you were looking into those.
Yeah, there should be some more. I mean, just colors, and I think that's sort of the first pass at it. Shapes could be on the radar, but that's they're basically all in Jim. Ooh, roll just off. Yeah, I put them all in Jim's hands now, so hopefully he'll whip up. At least with colors you can get something. If you're trying to recreate your own home course and you've got blue flags there you go.
Yeah.
There's a million different types of flags out there, so that's going to always be something that we're trying to chase, right? So.
Right, exactly. Let's see, another question. Various people had asked about additional buildings. Someone mentioned stone runes. I mean, it's all kind of specific things that I can put into a suggestion list.
Yeah, I think they're
here was a good.
Too far left.
Here was a good one. I'm not sure if this applies to you, but I noticed this as well. The club captain had asked about when you look at the cart path waypoints, they seem to sort of take over in terms of trying to pick them up again. So, for example, I had a couple of trees fairly close to a cart path, and I could not get the tree every time I zoomed out. I was just picking up the cart path. I had to actually move my cart path away and then grab a tree. So, is there anything, or could that?
Yeah, I can look at the adjust the sensitivity on how close you have to be to grab those or to select them. I mean, there's still going to be, it's one of those things where there could still, no matter what we do, there could be just some edge case where you're not gonna be able to get what you're trying to select. I'm hoping one of the things I want to try to get in is some sort of layered system, so you can just sort of toggle and just see all of whatever surface type, or just show all all the buildings or all the props that you've put down or something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And if you do that, then the end goal with that would be a situation where if you're in that situation, you can just say show or hide the cart path, and then you can it'll grab hold of that tree for you. So
yeah, that'd be cool.
that's it's a fairly big feature to throw in there. It sounds simpler than it actually will be, but it's definitely not. It's definitely something I think would really improve the experience in the course designer. So
nice. All right, Bubba Watson's in the chat. Welcome, Bubba. Someone had mentioned Club Captain actually had also asked about seeing the ball trails in the bunker. I mean, that's sort of a specific request there, but just I guess to the realism of the look.
Yeah, that's something I wanna see if we can do something about that too at some point. So, just for now they're well raked. So. Ugh. I'm gonna bring my own controller. See, oh, that's coming back.
That's another slope. Gotcha.
Yeah. I'm using a different controller than what I'm used to, so.
You get your.
I'm gonna start 13th hole. I'll start pulling out the excuses.
Jim. Excuses are fine. We're okay with those. Jim had asked about any more info on separating the fairway firmness and the green firmness. We had touched on that a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I want to try to see if we can get something on that. Me and Adam need to sit down and work out what needs to be done for that. From the creator, like I said, creator standpoint, it's fairly straightforward, but it's the AI and the physics side of things that are the real task there. So, but I mean, with Locke, it should be pretty straightforward on his end, hopefully. There we go.
Very nice. All right, see if I can follow suit here. Not. Okay. I just realized we're going to 14 and we're still turn based, but
that's fine. We're making good time. So
yeah, I know you had.
And,
I think we're moving along pretty good here. So all right. I got some chatter going on about this week's Quail Hollow. They're down here by me. Where's Quail Hollow's? Charlotte, I think, isn't it?
To be honest, I'm not sure.
I think Graham asked how my Delta course is coming along. It is actually complete. Every time I go back into it, I keep tweaking the little things, smoothing out a little spot here or there, but it's basically done. Hopefully, it'll be up and ready to go when that theme comes out. I could take a look. How small is this? 15 minutes from my house. Yeah, I think Charlotte, right? We'll see how we are on time. I could always jump into that and just zoom around real quick if you wanted to see the Delta. I showed it off the last couple of streams. Bubba Watson, any chance Callie makes a cameo on this show? You never know. He'll actually be here on Saturday as I head to Myrtle Beach for a golf trip. He's coming with me. Let's see. I'll off this up. Try and bring this in from the right side here with this wind and side slope. Oh, that could be pretty good. If I got the distance right, that's the question.
It's turning.
Yeah, not too bad.
There you go.
Come on. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Smalls asks where I'm playing. Playing the Legends courses, playing Kings North, and playing the Dunes. So I got a pretty solid lineup of courses. Hopefully the conditions are good.
I didn't pay attention to that slope.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, should be good. Should be a good lineup.
Yeah.
Just hoping.
Sounds like a good weekend. So
yeah, hopefully good weather. Playing
once
a day: Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So.
That's what I didn't want to do.
Oh, it stayed up on top up there.
Yeah.
Bubba Watson asked, "Do I have a third brother? I have a second brother." There's three of us. Yes, there are three Callahans on the TGC tours. That would be the Callahan clan.
Oh, I'm falling apart. I decided to play my short game like I do in real life. There we go. I can putt that.
There you go. Royce asked, "Is there any way you can make the replay available after your round is complete? Currently, it looks like once the final scorecard is on screen, you can't access replays anymore."
Yeah, I yelled at our replay guy about that yesterday because I holed out from about 40 yards on my last shot on TGC Tours round and wanted to watch the replay and show everybody, and I couldn't. So
So now we just have to believe you.
Yeah.
1 footer down 3. Oh, stay online. Yeah, good.
So yeah, it's hoping we'll sort something out with that. So
yeah, I thought when I was chatting with Anthony last week, I thought he had said maybe setting up like a little profile thing where you could save some of your replays, and when people look at your profile, they would be able to access and check out your replays and things. That would be pretty cool.
I've been sort of pushing for more more individual, records and stuff like that, where you can just sort of keep track of your favorite shots or any highlights you have. I know it's not too hard to do with the game the way it is, so it's just the time for the guys to implement it. So
yeah, sure. Colin Mafia said club selection would be good. I think being able to choose what clubs in your bag, that would be pretty cool. Yeah,
I think that's something we might readdress at some point. I know we were looking at hybrids there a while back, but that's just sort of the risk reward for them isn't there in a video game. Like, they would just be dominant. Whereas, in real life, I know people who can't hit hybrids, so they leave them at home. But
yeah, not everybody plays.
Yeah.
So.
I think that's just from a game design standpoint, where you still want to keep a challenge in what people are doing.
Sorry, Zamo, I missed your question. When can we choose club selection? Sorry, I kind of touched on that.
Yeah.
Don't know exactly when.
Caught the slope that time.
Oh, it's getting better. Wow, very nice.
Thanks.
So, Paul, how will the new desert theme differentiate from the old?
Not sure. I haven't seen it yet. I know it's there, but I haven't had a chance to go through some of the new stuff that Jim's been working on.
I saw it very briefly. I was in one day, so I jumped into each one in the designer, and they looked great. That's about all I can say, because I haven't seen them. I'd love to get in and start working on some courses in them.
Yeah, from what I've seen from some of the new ones, the textures are a little more natural looking. If you look at sort of the plainness that you see on some of the in the rough and the fairways, there's just a little more variation in what's going on. So hopefully it'll be something along those lines as well. Hopefully Jim's not listening and doesn't realize I don't actually pay attention to most of what he does. What's good with the tools we have, we just get things into a state where Jim or another one of the artists can just add things into the course creator without having to use much of my time to hook things up. It's all there, so he can just put it in and check a few boxes and it'll be ready to go for him. So
this wind, you might be able to drive that, but
yeah.
I'm not going to bother. Let's see, Fusionist, what is the latest edition that you've been working on?
It's been just some alternate. Well, the new flags. We have that all hooked up, and then the alternate surfaces right now are taking up most of my time. So just trying to make sure it looks right when everything is put down. And
let's see. Bubba asked if there's one thing you could have changed about TGC in the past, but I think maybe let's tailor it to the something at the GNCD. What would it be? Since you work it.
it's hard. I think it's not going to be anything exciting for you guys. It's just some of the back end stuff with the way the menus are implemented. The big one on the side and the carousel that comes up are they're fairly robust. So the carousel is really robust, but the one on the side, every time we need to add something new to that, it turns into just a bunch of work resizing components. And I would have liked to have made that smarter from the get-go, so we could just plug in something and have it adjust itself. That would have no effect. Once I do that, that's gonna have no effect on what you guys see. It's just it should look the same. So
yeah.
sorry to let everyone down on that one. So. Yeah.
Looking for a hard-hitting question in it.
Yeah, it's stuff to make my workflow easier, basically. So
that's always good.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, we had mentioned you had mentioned back a while ago maybe changing the how you're able to choose brushes and things. Is there any update on that?
It's on the list. It's hopefully, I think the next thing I'm going to work on after this alternate surface is to add a new menu type. So rather than the carousel, we'll have a set of pages that you can toggle through. So rather than hitting one of the bumpers 40 or 50 times, you should just have to do it 2 or 3 times to at least get your brush you want on the page. So
yeah, that'd be cool.
So yeah, that's one of those. The UI side of things are a little more tedious to work out that way, but I think that's going to be worth it in the end. It's not as fun as adding cart paths or anything like that, but I think it should help alleviate a lot of the designers.
Oh yeah,
time, and
especially with all the extra bunker brushes that were added in. Now it's you're trying to get from one to the next. Sometimes it's a long way around.
There we go.
Nice. Looks like some talk about waterfalls in the chat.
Yeah, it'd be great, but that's kind of hitting a big Unity limit with everything that we have going on in there now. It's doable, but it's going to be going to require a lot of work on that. So it's for as great as it would be, I think we're better off getting, if we can get everything else in there and then take a lot of time to do that. I think people would appreciate that a little more. I hope, anyways.
Someone had mentioned about fountains for in the water. I mean, I'm assuming they didn't mean just a non-moving one, so I'm assuming that would fall under the same place as waterfalls.
Yeah, I mean, a fountain you can get away with a little more. Like we can just maybe whip up some particle effects to show the water spurting around. But caught another slope. But I mean, that wouldn't be the same as like the water flowing and like having a nice river and interacting with rocks and whatnot. That would make it really stand out. So I don't think there's not a huge. It's not putting a fountain in wouldn't be huge on our list to do, but it's certainly not something that's they'd be doable more so, or like easier than a waterfall or something. So
gotcha. Oh man.
Yeah, caught the same
shot
I did.
I think I hit the fringe. Let's see. Oswinter, any plans to redo the rural theme, make it up to par with the rest? Uh,
Um, Basically, I mean, we wouldn't be replacing them. We'd sort of be releasing newer versions of it. So, like, old courses with the rural theme wouldn't change. We looked at just doing like sort of a big upgrade, but when we go, if we change a bush and it's bigger and the newer one, just so it can look nicer. Or sometimes oh, nice pot.
Thanks. Just missed it.
Just a touch, yeah.
Yeah, Anthony had touched on that. He touched. Let's bring it to the right. He had touched on that on the last stream and just said, it would probably just be a brand new thing because you don't know what'll happen.
Yeah, there's just so many things that if we just change one tree, and all of a sudden we've made a course unplayable sometimes, right? So we don't really want to get in the way of what's already out there. And I know if you have got an old rural course, you'd be able to go in and just swap the theme around and republish it.
Exactly.
I know there are the penalties, if you will, for republishing, as opposed to if you have so many plays already that you'll be starting all over again. But it's I think it's just the safest thing from our side of things is to sort of just put the new themes out there and then leave the redoing and recreating up to the previous designers. So.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I mean, certainly if you want to try it, it'd be worth a shot to try and see if it'll just transfer over. But I know switching from one theme, so saying if you had a course in Countryside and you switch it to Boreal, it doesn't transfer over very well. Sometimes bushes become trees, like you said, and I've seen trees in front of the tee box because you had a little bush there. Well, that's now a tree in the other theme, so it doesn't quite work, and I wouldn't see automatically updating all the other ones. I don't think that would work.
No, I think it's sort of one of the things. Once we've done our best not to, once you've created a course, we don't want to go in and move your tee box or anything like that, just because we don't like it or something, or we change anything. It's the big thing when we've been working in the course designers that all the new things we add can't impact negatively on the older courses. So it's the same thing where you just have to, hopefully if the new updates get put out there, when they do, you'll be able to update your courses yourself, and you'll be good to go, or give it a couple playthroughs and make a few adjustments. So, I got a slope that's pushing me towards the water.
Yeah. Graham asked, would you have made a winter theme available if you had the choice?
Might have. I don't know. It was whipped up there. I mean, it wasn't a whole lot of resources that went into it, but it's just one of those things where you don't really golf in the winter.
No, it was sort of a polarizing theme.
Yeah.
To say the least. Fairway sprinklers to catch out the slower players. Let's see. Fusion said it would be nice to be able to reselect the same brush shape and size that you have used later on. Example for bunker depths. I'm not sure exactly what he means by that.
Oh, just sort of like I think a copy of if you placed a bunker, just start copying it again. That's something we could look at adding something like that. That wouldn't be too hard to do, I don't think. Sort
of like a copy and paste. That'd be good. I mean, someone had asked that the other day about. Oh, stop. Oh, it did. About, for example, if you had a bunch of like a nice plantings that you did or something, then you could kind of be able to move that to other locations and then maybe just tweak it instead of having to do a whole new planting bed.
Yeah, I think with the multiple select for plants, like I mean the big thing with that is just sort of the objects and the brushes are two completely different systems that we have. But it's doable between the multi-select and like sort of taking an existing, just making a minor change to that should open up a copy paste thing, and then roll off the back. And with for a brush, if you have a bunker out there, and you want to reuse that shape on another hole. I can see getting something like that added without too much work. So
Cool. Reed, we need a drunk mode for those days we play 36. That might be a different game. I don't know.
We just have a few drinks while we're playing, usually at home. So
yeah, there you go. Bubba, any chance we get John to do a live stream? He was on once before, so I don't see why not.
Yeah, I think. No, he's one of our audio guys. He's fairly busy with all the projects we have here, but
darn.
We'll make him do one again sometime.
Yeah, I'd definitely like to have him on there. More clothes would be good. When am I getting a PS4? That's still kind of up in the air. I don't really know.
Christmas.
Oh, sweet.
I'll guess Christmas.
Father's Day is coming up. We should.
I'm not getting the same. Okay, yeah.
Oh, Fusion said, I don't want to copy the actual texture. I just want to get the same brush again without guessing which brush and size it was. Okay. Oh, he said, okay, so I guess maybe we answered his question. Let's see.
Maybe. I hope. Yeah.
Graham says, there are tournaments in the snow in real life. This is true. But, oh, got it. Nice.
Did you? Yeah, nice finish.
Thank you. Oswinner says, my girlfriend thanks you for creating this game, by the way. He's addicted.
No problem.
Welcome to the Addiction Club.
Oh, that's not going to drop for me.
Good. Hanging right on the lip.
No point starting hitting them now, so.
Right. Well, there you go, guys. So that was Pawnee Reserve Golf and Country Club, the championship version. Definitely go out and give that one a play for sure. That one, there you go. Take a look at the global leaderboards there. Jim at 13. Something to shoot for sure. Through. Give that one a 10. I think I played that one already. Yeah, so great. I don't know if you're... guys, I'll jump in real quick. I don't know if you have an extra minute. There's Scrublands Golf Course. That's my working name here. But this is the... here's a Delta theme. There's some different backgrounds. I went with the all-water. Backgrounds. So you could say I added in some cart paths, but it's cool. It's got some really cool looking trees and lots of different bushes on this one. I think I counted about 8 different bushes in this theme. So yeah. So that's this should be, I don't know exactly when the theme is coming out, but it should be fairly soon. So I'll have a course out there for you. This will get submitted. But yeah, it's got some good looks. Like it's actually, it technically reads as heavy rough, but it gives you that sand look. So my idea was to kind of go for dunes. I kind of built some dunes out there. Lots of scrub brush and things. Someone asking, the Xbox One update is in certification as we speak, so it's kind of an any day now thing. It's sort of out of our hands to when MS gets through. Same with Sony.
Yeah, they'll let us know. Hopefully give us a thumbs up soon, but
yeah, so you have, it kind of puts that sort of a sandy border on the side there, so you could sort of make it out to be a beach. Kind of, if you look through my trees there, you kind of looks like there's a beach on the other side. So okay, is there a tree that looks like a cork tree in there? Unfortunately, I don't know what a cork tree looks like, but I could show you real quick. I mean, there's all they're all listed as tree in my build here, so if you recognize a cork tree, I don't really know, but it's got some really cool trees, some odd shapes to them and things. Let's go through some smaller ones. Obviously, you can always increase them, but yeah. And then you got a couple more smaller ones, but then you got all sorts of. Those are all bushes. I mean, it's got to be about 8 bushes and about 17 trees, I think I had said. So
yeah, there's quite a few went in. So
yeah, so it's cool. So yeah, you go. There's your cart paths. I went with the little brick, the red brick one. I thought it kind of stood out really cool on that dark green grass, but it has a really nice contrast with that lighter sand color. So. All right, guys. Well, anyway, that's that is the Delta theme. It is coming soon. Not sure what the schedule is for the next live stream. I'm actually, like I said, I'll be in Myrtle Beach, so might have a 1 week hiatus there, and then we'll come back stronger than ever. Same with the play day. I'm away this weekend, so I'm not sure we'll have a play day this week, but we'll definitely get those going again as soon as I get back. Look in the forums. Maybe I'll post a guess my score. You guys can try and guess my score or something as I play each day. I'll check in. So anyway, thanks for joining me, Paul. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun. So.
Yeah, thanks to everybody in chat. And
yeah, hopefully next time I'm on, I can show off some of the stuff we've been working on. So.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that'd be awesome. We can take a look at that kind of stuff. So, all right, guys. Thanks for everybody joining us in chat, and we'll talk to you soon.